Yes, right now we've got this man, another cool name. So I want you guys to give it a nice and loud first time as well, right? First time love for Mr. Composition.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. My name is Mr. Composition from San Antonio, Texas. Hip-hop artist and MC. Yo, the first screen, chaos scattered across the cut green, blocking light like sunscreen. They get some foreseen exposures from the home team. What does it mean? They yell false flags, so it's always there to intervene. No conspiracy theory, just the heavens telling me to speak my mind over this dangerous melody. These hate crimes against humanity cause me to lose my sanity. All they dreams for casualties, the proof report is cowardly. The wheel starts turning, hoping they get the bacon. All I gotta say is don't confuse a hero for a henchman. Kidnap your identity, confine your independence. Set you up, and then they scream at us for justice. Trying to give you a life sentence. I wonder why they come at us with a vengeance. Who do you look to when no one else is dependable? They don't really care about us cause we're all expendable. So don't lie to me, man, it's all a part of the plan. You wanna play with our life cause you feel that you can. We're expendable, right? We're expendable, right? Just to let the cold body feel your signature, right? So don't lie to me, man, it's all a part of the plan. You wanna play with our life cause you feel that you can. We're expendable, right? We're expendable, right? Just to let the cold body feel your signature, right? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Hey, my name is Mr. Composition. We are on tour from San Antonio, Texas. This is my first time performing in Los Angeles, so yeah, super dope. Making sure I don't got no glass in my hair, like you said, we got into an accident. It was crazy, so yeah, let me get to the next one there. We got CDs and merch, so if you like it, hit us up, network, definitely want to come back, not the hip-hop, or ATL. There you go. Yeah, my name is Mr. Composition. Yeah. Listen for the sound of the lost cause, scream out with locked jaws. The journey's never ended for the pinned ends. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's coming soon. Any day now, any day now, any day now. Yo, it's coming soon, any day now. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's coming soon. Yo, these faded thoughts never felt so sober. Riding the detox, even when the feeling is closer. Yeah, the feeling is closer to when the feeling is over. Yeah, my passion is burning, the wound diminish or smolder. Then it's moving closer. Dropping toxic in my blood vein. This cold rain feels like fire to the king of pain. Something's coming and I see it through the blurry aim. Keep it moving silence like a Honda cane. Not paranoid, just prepping for the days to come. The test of time will decide if I stand or run. Heard it all before, they say change will come. Success and trouble, I'm expecting either one. It's to the point when I sleep I feel the stage presence. Pray to the heavens, till my lungs are breathless. Watch for the moon affecting everything I found. And it's coming soon, any day now. Listen for the sound of the lost cause, scream out with locked jaws. The journey's never ended for the pinned ends. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's coming soon, any day now, any day now, any day now. Yo, it's coming soon, any day now. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's coming soon. Yo, the long walk of word soccer, Dr. Jekyll wonder how they came back a monster. Could have been a product of the one and after. Then channel my anger to take in, then became the taker. No angels on the outfield, but angels on the corner. Cause the devil gets bitter when he sees you doing better. Couple of like minds stay on top like a header. No comedy central, always stay drawn together. I wouldn't put this much time and effort in the hobby. I'm trying to see the world, I'm trying to boost a somebody. I'm a prophet, rewriting all the prophecies. J-Pace some wars, I'm at some policies. Dreaming with my people, trying to give me fantasies. Trying to make a ripples from planets and galaxies. I see where I wanna be and I know how. It is coming soon, any day now. Listen for the sound of the lost cars. Scream out with lost jaws. The journey's never ended for the pin ends. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's coming soon, any day now, any day now, any day now. Yo, it's coming soon, any day now. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's coming soon, any day now. Thank y'all very much. My name is Mr. Composition. You can follow me on Instagram at Graffiti Divine Sun, S-O-N, or my website, theapshow.com.
Old school play, I like that. Keep it going for Mr. Composition, you guys. So you said you got into an accident? Where'd you go? You said you got into an accident?
Yeah, 18-wheeler did off the highway and it turned to leg, so it's like the bottom of the passenger seat crushing it.
Jeez. Well, I'm glad you're all right. Thank you for making it out here. All that happened. Jesus Christ. Well, I have to ask you a question now. Would you rather be on a desert island alone or with somebody you hate?
Honestly, somebody I hate.
Why is that? I'm curious.
Because it's at least someone that hate is an interesting word that I feel like you can, when you're on the island with someone, that those particular things that change. You know, it's like one of those things where it's like, why fight when you're on the island alone, you know?
Good point there.
That's a good answer. Never thought about that. I was just consistently thinking I was gonna hate the dude. That actually hit me in a spot because, like I said, my dad passed away not that long ago. So when she was talking about her grandfather, it hit me, but then she left, so I couldn't show her what I wanted to do. So I'm all over the place. But Mr. Composition, was it? Yes. Could you come up here and help me with something?
Yeah.
Give him a round of applause. Give your hand like a gentleman. So, do you like magic? Great. That's step one. You've already knocked it out. All right. So, great. Take the card. This is my business card, right? So if you turn around, there's all my information. There's a book, because I like the fact that it's like a mind reading kind of thing. It's very special to show them. Some of them already seen it. I really am proud of that book. It took a while to get there. It doesn't matter. I think I'm the only person that cares. But turn it back around, and on that line, I want you to go ahead and sign your name straight across that line. This proves that from this point on, this card is yours, and I cannot switch it. All right? Now, I'm going to step in ahead of you for a second. I want you to, in that picture frame, I want you to draw something, but I want it to be something that is easy to explain. If we saw it, we would know exactly what it was. But something that brings you back to a good time. So something that represents a good time and something that's simple to recognize. Make sense? When you're done, turn it back around so that the book is facing you. Okay, so like I said, I was all over the place. I wasn't even sure if I was going to perform tonight, but then I did the math, and I thought, if the 6-year anniversary is the first week of April, and I keep doing what I'm doing now, every single week until that day, I will hit exactly 270 performances on that day. So I couldn't stop, which is already pressure on myself, but we're going to do it anyway. So we'll see how this goes out. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully it plays out well. And if not, we'll just count it and then we'll move on to the next thing. No one's going to remember it. Don't turn on live, just in case. This composition, have you done?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to turn around now. Could you grab it by the book? Just because it's perfect. Go ahead and slide it inside the book. All right, perfect. So now, whatever is in here is in your mind and your mind only, right? I want you to just go ahead and think of exactly what it is you're doing here. Yeah, can you do that? You have pockets actually. Can I use your coat pocket? All right, perfect. I'm going to slide this in there, and I'll grab that out in a bit of time. So now I want you to just think of what it is that you do. Actually, we'll do this. You just come have a seat over here. Now this part is extremely important. Know that it sounds a little outlandish, but I need you to focus on your brain being a projector and your eyes being the lens that sends it out. And everywhere I move, I want you to imagine in my head, your eyes are projecting this image that you drew into my head. Now it probably won't be exact, but if I'm fairly close, will you give that to me? Cool. If it's exact, great, but I'm hoping. So, everybody can hear me, right? Everybody can hear me? Yeah. Okay, cool. If a man can read minds, I know I did this last week, I'm doing it. If a man can read minds, what would it look like? Would it look like walking through a paint gallery full of thoughts? Would it be the paintbrush that is your brain stuttering over the canvas board? Would it be something that scares you never to return to it again? Or would it be something that's beautiful, making you want to think about it for the rest of your days? And magic, what if magic, if magic were real, what would it feel like? Would it be a representation of the dark without a nightlight? You're a little kid. Or would it be warm and cozy as if a blanket wrapped around your body in the winter? Would it tickle your insides as if the bunny is crawling through your body before it snaps up right in the hat? And if you saw this, Mr. Composition, if you saw this, would you understand exactly what happened? Maybe not. Is it the magic in the air that we breathe that makes a man like me think that anything can be done? Is it the mind-to-mind connection, or people that might have just met, that makes a man think that the world is nothing but a toy to be played with? I'm not sure. Is it the mystery? Do you believe in it? Do you believe in the mystery that the life gives us? Is it a trick? Is it real? Is it fantasy or is it reality? I will leave that to you. But my question now, if magic were real, you have some kind of mind reader I am, right? If magic were real, what would it feel like? Would it feel like that part inside of your chest beating against the door that is your ribcage? Would it be those nerves kicking up as you wonder if I'm deep inside of your mind and if mind reading were real, what would it feel like? I don't know. I'm hoping that eventually you'll feel it too. I'm not sure if I'm dead on. I'm not sure. I could have added too much detail. I might have added too much detail. It's fine. Could you join me again? One more time for this composition. I'm going to hold it up against your chest. Don't look at it now. Just hold it with the chest. Both of them, yeah. And if you trust me, I'm just going to go in the pocket and get those. So, okay. So, nothing but the envelope. So I want you to think I'm dropping. So, let's see. What is it? What is it? Oh, okay. Like I said, I didn't think there was a lot. Like I said, I might have added too much detail. You said if I was close, give that to me. Now, let's imagine we break some legs. When you look at the picture, it makes sense in a second, but if you break some legs, I think I got it. Go ahead and look at it, and if it's close enough, then let me know and then show the world. Was that true? I think it's close enough. An I drew a stick man, and you break some legs, like I said, you got the right there. I think that's close enough. Will you guys give that to me, please? Thank you, man. One more time for Mr. Composition.
Check. Mr. Cosmo. check. 1 2 1 2. This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and we're in Los Angeles, California, and I'm here with new guests. This is my podcast, Thoughts and Chill, where we talk about super dope stuff. And today I'm joined by a magician. And anyone who's listened to my podcast knows that I'm super big on magic as far as the origin, the African origin with the Magi's, Dogons, and the mixture of science, astrology, and just getting deep into magic. And science, before it was called science, was magic. And so it was a super treat to have Trance do his mind reading trick. And so I was just all like, what? So I look on his card and he is also a magician. So give a little bit about, introduce yourself, and what does magic mean to you?
Yeah, well, my name is Trance, born and raised here in LA. And yeah, magic is just something that basically I've been doing magic since I was about 9 years old, so doing it for quite a while, and off and on took it serious about 7 years ago. And to me, it's not just the mystery of it all, it's what it represents, like the fact that magic is such a mysterious art, and it's meant to bring people together. And I think it's lost in translation now with the way that the TV portrays it, like everybody's just trying to get up on somebody instead of actually making them feel like they're a part of something. So for me, it's something that definitely saved my life when I felt very suicidal, and I saw someone, Darren Brown. If you don't know who he is, check him out. DERREN Brown. Probably the greatest mind reader that I've ever seen. And basically he just, I found a video, and from that point on, I pursued it to keep myself from getting depressed.
That's super dope. And when I hear mystery, I'm big into etymology and like the origins of words and things like that. And when I hear mystery, it reminds me of history and how mystery is like my story, like our story. Like, when we think about like the arts, like I'm really big into numerology and astrology. And so a lot of people don't even know that, when they put in their birthday or they're looking up their zodiac signs, that, that's only like your sun sign. Like you have your moon sign, your rising sign, and it's just all like, and with numerology, like I'm big with that because like most Def says it's all mathematics. And so when you literally break down everything and you see these reoccurrence and synchronicity and everything like that, it's like super mad dope. It's so super, it's a magic. And so it's fascinating when I look at the different forms of magic. And what is mind reading like your favorite form of magic, or what's your favorite form of magic?
Yeah, definitely mind reading would be my favorite form because it feels most authentic to me. Obviously there's what we do for entertainment, but to make someone feel like what happened, I absolutely love that. And there are deeper levels of it, like the reading people and just understanding someone on a level that no one else could really explain other than the performer or the psychic, if you want to say that much, to the participant. And that's, I feel like, the most real we'll get to actual magic, having that type of connection. Like not even just the showmanship that goes behind it, like the actual connection between people that could potentially be friends or whatever the connection might be. So I enjoy that more, yeah.
And so my last question is, what do you want to end up doing with magic, and how do you think that magic can help us during this time, as far as in the political climate, as far as with the self-identity? We got Black Panther coming out, just everything as far as when you think about magic. Like I watch a lot of KT the Arts Degree, and he broke down as far as Hollywood, and how Hollywood is the type of tree that the magicians would use to make their wands. And so when you think about the act of Hollywood and how in order to, it's everything is like magic with it, as far as when you write out, as far as the script, you use spells, and in order to get someone, an actor, you cast. And so it's a lot of interesting stuff. So what exactly do you want to do with magic, and how do you think that it'll help us during this time?
Man, this guy's the good questions. Basically, if I had to break it down, I personally, I don't want to be the performer. I like performing, but it's not something that like love. Like I like to be the one behind the scenes, creating the stuff, making the scripts and everything, and putting it all together. My goal in life is to be a consultant for a female magician, because when you think about magicians, you think of David Blaine, you think of Chris Angel, you think of Dynamo, people like that. But you think of females, and unless you're in the scene, you don't know any. So for me, putting on a woman center stage would give women around the world something else to look at and say, well, I can do that too. And in terms of how it can help us in the world today, I mean, magic is all about taking that reality that's going on and bending it and going back into being a kid again. And I think that's the most beautiful thing about magic in the first place, is that we can actually forget about what's going on for just a second and just go back to wondering, like trying to put the puzzle together, however you might go away with it. Like some people like to just sit there and try to piece by piece put it together, and other people just say, I got done, and they go away, and that's how it is. So definitely we need more, not just in magic, just in art in general, that can take away from what's going on, not necessarily to forget what's going on, but just to enjoy life for what it is, and not have to worry about everybody else trying to ruin it. So art in general, music, very powerful, magic, very powerful, any kind of art. I love it all.
Heck yeah, well, I'm glad to have you on here. And again, my name is Mr. Composition, MC that writes fiction. You can follow me at Graffiti the Mind Son, SON, on Instagram, or dabtroll.com is my website. And go ahead and let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, sure. You guys can find me on social media other than Snapchat and Facebook. Those are the only two I don't have. Under Trance Magic, that's TRANSE Magic. Either all together or separate. It depends on the site. But check them both and you'll find me.
Dope, man. Thank you for having me. Peace.